cycle started, which marks the first day of my implantation cycle. I actually was supposed to be in Nashville, Tennessee, almost all of this week. But because my period started and we kind of knew this was going to happen, I needed to get back here to Miami to go to these appointments and get this cycle started. So Monday was yesterday. I took a late flight from Tennessee back here to Miami. Got in, had some dinner, went to bed, got up this morning, 8:30 a.m., went to the clinic, did the blood draw, did the ultrasound, and now I am back here at home, working from home, which I'll be getting called in just a second. Working from home for the day, but I will be walking to my office area, the downtown area, later this afternoon to go to my acupuncture appointment. And I'll tell you more about that later. Stephen and I have chosen to use donor eggs. So we have 2 embryos. This will be the first embryo implantation for me ever. I did make a few videos about my previous egg farming IVF cycles where I tried to use my own eggs. Those were all, unfortunately, unsuccessful. So we have moved into using donor eggs. We picked a donor over the summer, fertilized her eggs. We got 2 healthy embryos from that. And now we start the process of implantation, which brings me to today. Hurricane just passed by here, so that's why we have taken all of our outdoor furniture and put it inside. And we were traveling, so that's why it's a mess. This is what they gave me. 2 pieces of paper. Next time I get a calendar, apparently. But I am back into a healthy routine of taking my prenatal vitamins, drinking water, eating less carbs, trying to go out for walks more often, just trying to be gently, overall, healthier, but not doing anything really disruptive to my body so that I'm not creating any additional stress, in addition to what the hormones are going to be putting into my body. I am walking back from my acupuncture appointment now. Building some tall buildings behind me, as you can see. It's Miami, always changing and growing. And one of the benefits of coming back earlier from Tennessee is that I can go back to my acupuncturist. I've been seeing my acupuncturist 3 days a week for about a month now. Acupuncture is one of the things that they have been shown to improve the outcomes of IVF, implantation, and increase the chances of having a live birth when you do them simultaneously. So when you do acupuncture and your IVF treatments, hormones, all that kind of stuff. Studies have shown that it has an improvement. So I am trying to do everything that I can to improve my chances, make a trumka on the bridge. I've been seeing my acupuncturist 3 days a week. sometimes, about 3 days a week. Usually kind of in the after work hours. And they also have a package that you can buy that they will go to your clinic on the day of implantation and do a session before and after the implantation, which is really exciting. I've seen other people in YouTube videos do that, and I wanted to do that, except for the fact that today, when I talked to my clinic about it, they told me that they don't do that. Anyway, I have to go to the pharmacy now to pick up birth control as the start of my implantation cycle of medicine. Starts with birth control. I'm thinking to extend the cycle a bit because it's going to be like 5-ish weeks. My cycles are normally 4 weeks. So that's what I'm doing. I am going to Google what the heck is in these birth control pills, because I already knew that I was very sensitive to birth control pills. But I seem to be reacting very strongly. Whatever I just took. So yesterday was the first day of my implantation cycle. They prescribed me birth control. I picked it up yesterday. I believe you saw me walking home from my acupuncture appointment, which was when I was going to go do that. I am now in possession of the birth control that they prescribed me to take for the first 10 days. I have not been on birth control for years, many years. And the last time that I tried to go on it, which was probably about 10 years ago, I got off of it because it was making me crazy. And then they put me on a low dose birth control, which was also just super unpleasant. I've just had an extremely large reaction to something that happened at work that I know that I wouldn't have had this strong of a reaction to it. It would have irritated me, but I'm usually really good about like understanding both sides. What could have happened on one side, what could have happened on the other side, and then, just being like, well, this happened, and here's how we're going to prevent this from happening going forward. That's usually my approach. This time, not only did I call multiple people who were involved in the situation, but then I also felt like I needed to call someone else to just share the story of what I've gone through before I then said, we will, this is going to be the situation going forward, which is not like me. So in the end, I probably did exactly what I would have done otherwise, but I am worried because I took this birth control pill at 12:30 p.m. today. It is now 5:30 p.m. today. So this is a rather large reaction very quickly. Although the primary mechanism of this action is inhibition of ovulation, other alterations include changes in other things. Cervix and the... Okay. What other changes does it do? Because I'm definitely feeling some other changes. Lutera is progestin, and estrogen. What does this do? What does it do to me? Side effects. Acne, breast pain, contact lens discomfort, gain or loss of body or facial hair, growth of fibroids. Wonderful. Good to know. Headache, increased or decreased interest in sexual activity, nausea, skin rash, vomiting, weight changes. Rare symptoms. Okay. Does it say anything about how you're gonna feel on this? No, it does not. There are no emotional... Hey, by the way, you're gonna be
more upset when something goes wrong at work. He does not say that. So, anyway, I feel very mama bearish over something that was a work thing. Like, literally a work thing. The situation was not cool, but also it may or may not have been that big of a deal. It could have been less of a big deal, but I made it into a big deal. And not that I didn't need to. I still don't know. I don't actually even know if I should have made that into as big of a deal as I did, or if my reaction was justified. Like, I am just really freaked out by my reaction, because it reminds me of my reaction to not getting my medications, and I felt very justified about my reactions to that as well. And it was actually probably speaking in a very similar way that I'm speaking right now, which is not in any of my other videos. So I feel like myself, but I'm definitely more triggered by things that would normally only just slightly irritate me. And the only thing that's different is the birth control. Thanks, Mostly. I'll check back in with you later after I charge my camera.
Could not sleep last night. I got probably about 2 hours of sleep overall. And I have a long, busy day today. Stephen gets home from Nashville later this evening. And I definitely want to clean up some of the stuff that I've just thrown everywhere since arriving home so suddenly from Nashville myself, and having to go to the doctor's appointment, and then having to go do all the acupuncture appointments, having to go to work, and having a very, very busy work week, which it is turning out to be a very busy work week. On top of all, starting this cycle and dealing with the emotions that I feel like have been increased. So last night, when I was awake and sleepless, I was discussing the fact that basically they're giving me birth control pills that, would also work for a 12-year-old, and I'm now a 44-year-old, and, there's the difference in the amount of hormones that I probably need to do the thing that they are probably trying to do here is a lot different than what a 12-year-old would need to prevent pregnancy. And so maybe that was why I was feeling. It could also very well be that my body's just not used to having all of these hormones. And I don't know. I'm just like, I am totally 100% armchair diagnosing or trying to figure this out for myself, which I should not do, and neither should you. And anyway, during all of that questioning yesterday, I sent a message to my clinic and asked them if there was a lower dose birth control that I could be on, and or if I could not be on birth control. And they got back to me this morning and basically said, no, I have to keep taking the birth control, or if I stop taking the birth control, then we will have to wait till my next cycle, which obviously I do not want to do. I've waited long enough for this, so I will continue to take the birth control, and I'll try to stop complaining about it as much. I will stop complaining about it as much. And she also told me that this was the one that they gave me was one of the lowest doses of birth control. So they are trying to take into consideration that most of the women that they're working with are older women like myself. And there you have it. So I'm just going to power through this. I'm going to just try to be as healthy as I possibly can in other areas of my life, eating well, drinking lots of water, and, going for walks, getting my acupuncture. I am going to tell my acupuncturist, they're very aware of where I am in my cycles and everything. And, when the implantation date is, all of that stuff. So they're doing what they can to help my body adjust to this. So I'm going to let them know today that I'm having, some issues adjusting to the birth control, and hopefully they can do a treatment that will address that. Yeah, that's my update for this morning. I will be going to the office again today because I do have the acupuncture appointment, which is 2 blocks away from my office. Super convenient. Love that for me. And yeah, Stephen gets home tonight. So I am really looking forward to not being alone anymore with all of this stuff. Walking to acupuncture. Yesterday, Hurricane Milton made landfall north of Miami, but Miami barely got any rain, a little bit of wind. It's still a little windy today, but obviously it is totally fine to be out and about, and it was pretty much all day yesterday as well. So we did not experience a hurricane party. But prayers obviously for everyone up north of us, and also hoping that the supply chain to Miami isn't diminished too much, although there have been planes flying in and out of Miami regularly. So I think we're fine. I have not been very good about vlogging, but basically I've just been on birth control ever since, gotta watch for dog poop, ever since I started the vlog. Nothing really monumental has happened. It's like 9 a.m. in the morning and there are no cars out here. Look at this. This is very unusual for this time of day. So that is one thing that Hurricane Milton had an effect on Miami, is definitely reduced the traffic. It was very easy to drive around the past couple of days. But anyway, this is not a Hurricane Milton update. I think that the acupuncture has really helped me adjust to the hormones. I think in that first day that I started taking birth control, that it was obviously affecting me, but I've been going to acupuncture at least 3 days a week, and I've really felt quite normal. So that is good, and I'm thankful for that. Today I am starting on Lupron. Started Lupron this morning, had a little bit of a freak out because when I opened the box of all my medications, I noticed that the bottle of Lupron was very small. There was only one of them, and they had told me to take 10 units every morning. The bottle was labeled in milliliters and micrograms. So I wasn't really sure how much 10 units was going to be, and I couldn't do the calculation in my head of how much I was actually needing to take every day. And by the way, there's no end to my taking Lupron. Apparently, I'm going to be taking it until the end of this cycle, so until November. And I'm like, well, if it's 10 milligrams, then I only have 4 milligrams left over for tomorrow. And it clearly can't be milliliters because there's only 2.8 milliliters in the bottle. But if it was milliliters, which it wasn't, that's a lot, and I'd be really screwed. But no, it was 10 units. But before I figured that out, I went immediately to my pharmacy website, which is Alto Pharmacy. They're actually done a really great job. A lot easier than Freedom Pharmacy. I don't have to talk to anybody, don't have to verify my insurance, all that crap. I went on the pharmacy website, I ordered another kit, which comes with another bottle, 2.8 milliliters. Ordered another one, they only let me order one at a time. And then I emailed my clinic and asked them how many I was prescribed and how long I'm supposed to be taking this, and if they could authorize me to purchase more than one kit at a time. I went back to the bathroom and actually did my injection. And I was supposed to do it at the same time every single morning. So I picked 9 a.m. because that's the same time that I was doing the birth control every morning. And I'm going to stop the birth control in 7 days. So I did the shot at 9 a.m. So 10 units turns out to be probably less than a microgram, because I put 10 units in the syringe and I stuck it in me, and yeah, I think I still have enough for like 3 days, which is very relieving. Definitely have enough progesterone for a while, and I'm not even going to start that for a while, but I got like 3 boxes of that. I got 3 boxes of the estrogen patches that I'll be having to start later. I don't even have a date for that yet. But yeah, only 1 Lupron. Seems crazy to me, but that was probably the most expensive medication. Crossing the bridge now. Lovely morning, as you can see. Yeah, so very relieving that I have plenty for the next 3 days. The second dose vial of Lupron will be coming tomorrow. It's pretty relieving because, well, we all know what happened last time. And if you don't know what happened last time, I'll have that video linked in the description box below. So that has been my morning. I have another full month of doing this every 3 days before, or not every 3 days a week or more, as many times as I want, until November 10th, which is Implantation Day. Yeah, exactly 1 month out today. Today is a work from home day, technically, for the office, but my acupuncturist is only 2 minutes away, 2 blocks away, excuse me, from my office, so I'll probably go back in. So anyway, that is all for now. I will check back in with you later. Hopefully, maybe in the next vlog. We'll see. I don't know. I have to review my footage. Yeah, so until the next video.